When will we have full dive? I've been asked this question so many times that it's become clear to me that it warrants a video just for itself to help get this topic out of our systems. If you need a reminder what full dive is, check out the full dive series I did to go along with this matter. For short, it's a style of virtual reality where a device manipulates brain activity to immerse all your senses and to redirect your movements to an avatar instead of your body. With this common ground in place, let's break down the subject so you can see where I'm coming from when I give my final conclusion. To kick things off, the brain is stupefyingly complex. Our brains have over 100 billion cells, which are connected at over 100 trillion points, nearing a quadrillion synapses. Damage to our brains tends to be permanent, with any recovery coming from adaptation, not regeneration. Everybody is different, and there are small differences between each person's brains that make each one of them unique and a challenge to understand. Similar activities like singing and talking can be processed by different regions of our brain. The structure and processing of our brains also tends to change as we grow and over time. What am I getting at here? Much like how our clothes have to be designed for a wide range of shapes and sizes, and the best way to get something that works for you is to have it tailored, creating wearable technology in general has to deal with this reality. It's just that our brains make this literally trillions of times harder due to their complexity. Progress in neuroscience, unsurprisingly, needs to happen a bit more slowly than other things due to how delicate our brains are and how obscenely complicated it is. To analyze a system of such complexity, we need tools of a similar or greater complexity to do so. If we use 60 frames per second as VR's minimum standard, then we'll need systems that can basically read our minds and manipulate them, without hurting them, over 60 times a second. That's a big ask for our computers. We're basically going to need computers several times smarter than we are to be able to do this. Basically, the processing power we're going to need is going to be near to or post-technological singularity in nature. If you don't know what the technological singularity is, it's essentially when artificial intelligence is so smart, we literally are not able to understand their way of thinking. So if that's what you're banking on, make sure to be nice to your smart toaster in the coming years. Finally, the core of the nerve gear involves manipulating brain activity, so how are we doing with that? Not good. The best way to interact with our brains right now is to either use drugs or implants. Neither method is really able to target brains at a neuronal level, not to mention that we aren't even remotely close to generating definite sensations beyond things along the lines of blurry phosphenes. There are other methods we can use in theory, but each one of them have their own problems at this point in time. Light, while promising, currently requires either genetic modification to work or isn't as well localized as we'd like. Sound can also be useful here, but its resolution is lacking and it's only a mechanical stimulator, which isn't too helpful since our brains are electrochemical systems. To be blunt, we're barely at the ground level for medical use. It'll be likely decades before we start seeing hints of safe commercial products that you can use without having to visit your doctor or a surgeon. With all this in mind, my answer to the titular question, when will we have full dive, is between 2040 and 2050 at the earliest. But that's only because that's the general range scientists posit for reaching the technological singularity, at which point our human thinking on the matter won't even matter to this point. Straight up brainwashing - mind reading technology like full dive is a monumental ask, and there is nothing today that would suggest to me that we're suddenly going to be playing Sword Art Online with nerve gears in 2022. Or even 2032. And if you ask me, that sucks. If you've seen the VR rig videos I post on this channel, you'll know I'm working on a VR suit and pod combo with the aim of trying to get as close to the full dive experience as possible without actually using a brain-computer interface. If I thought nerve gear-like technology was right around the corner, I wouldn't be bothering to do that. Instead of the engineering technology degree I'm going for, I'd go for computer science and start working on software to work for it. But since I don't think that's the case and I don't want to end up waiting around for decades, I'm building the future for myself. If you think I'm wrong or don't want to wait around, don't just complain about it on the internet or on the comments section. Please, I'm literally begging you, do something. Become physicists, engineers, mathematicians, programmers, scientists, neurologists, and help us get this work done. Get rich if you can't do those things and lend your money to the answer instead. Because no matter what the odds are, whether that's 99% that will do it in the next 5 years or 1% that will do it in the next 1,000 years, it doesn't matter at all if we do nothing. Because in that case, the real answer will be never. Thank you very much for watching this very likely aggravating video, everyone. Make sure to rate, comment, share, and subscribe to help out the channel and show your support. Follow me on Twitter if you want to keep up to date with the channel's activities, as well as the other personal projects like the virtual reality rig I mentioned in the video, or check out the Discord server if you want to chat with other like-minded people about all things VR, tech, gaming, and dreaming. Till next time, my fellow adventurers and dreamers, this has been Gregory, logging out.